Texas A&M baseball this past weekend. They go to Starkville. They get the sweep of the Mississippi State Bulldogs in front of some large crowds at Duty Noble Field. And right here on the beat, we are joined by the Aggies head coach, Coach Childress. He and A&M will welcome Alabama this weekend. Coach, looking back at the weekend, it was just terrific. You scored 10 runs in each of the games. Is it almost fun watching your offense go at it like that, swinging the bats the way they were?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, and it has been for the last couple of weeks and for the most part all year long. And when you look at our lineup that's posted on the video board before the game, when you've got 9 guys hitting over 300, you know you're going to have a chance in every inning to set something up and get a couple of big hits, you know, to score some runs. But, you know, Coach Bolt, Coach Sealing, Coach Carlson have done an amazing job with an older group of hitters, and, you know, they know every guy in the lineup doesn't have to have a great day for us to be productive offensively. It's just about passing it to the next guy and them being a piece of a great lineup.
Mm-hmm. Pitching was good too. Maybe the best of them all was Mark Ecker, though. What he did on Saturday in front of 15,000 while Mississippi State was mounting a big comeback, he simply shut the door on the Bulldogs. Very impressive.
He really was. You know, Jace Vines had a solid start for us, and we felt like we needed to go to the bullpen there in the 6th inning, and, you know, real quick, it almost got away from us. And Mark came in and with runners at first and second in a tie game and no outs, and got a strikeout, a pop-up, and a strikeout, and goes 4 shutout innings for us, and we were able to pull away from them late. But Mark was a true hero on that Saturday. It was extremely loud, like you said, 15,000 people there, and, you know, for Mark to quiet the crowd like he did was very, very impressive.
And in situations like that, as a coach, it doesn't matter if you're 4 games into the year or 40. You're trying to find out things about your team always, leaving no stone unturned. 15,000, hostile environment, Mississippi State's mounting that comeback. Is that when you learn some things about your squad?
Well, you do. And, you know, we went on the road to Florida a few weeks ago and didn't play well. I felt like we learned a lot about our team at that weekend as well. And I made the comment early, I hope that weekend it's not going to define us, but I came back to our team, I said, I hope it does define us and that we learn something from this weekend, because if we don't, we're not going to do what we're capable of doing or what we want to do. And, you know, coming back from that weekend, I felt like we learned what it takes to win on the road, and our players, our team learned what it takes to win on the road. It's extremely hard to win on the road in this league, and, you know, the Florida series ended up being a benefit to us this past weekend in Starkville.
Mm-hmm. Also, going back to the offense here, you guys made a little bit of a switch with Nick Banks and Ryan Burke. Most of the season you'd seen Ryan in the 2-hole, Nick at 5. Well, they essentially flip-flop. Seems like that's a solid move that has paid off for you guys.
Well, for both of them, and Nick had a great weekend for us and started to swing the bat like he's capable of, and he's done a great job getting on base, and Ryan Burke's done a great job with runners in scoring position. It seemed like the logical move, and it certainly paid off for us here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and just this team as a whole, chemistry-wise, it seems like a fun group to be around, and we keep going back to this hostile environment at Mississippi State. They seem steady. Things don't bother them a whole lot, even if they're in that kind of venue.
Well, we've got an older group, and they've been through the battles in this league, and they understand, you know, what they've got to do. And this weekend was about as hostile as you could ask for, but it was somewhat comforting as well. I mean, there's a lot of maroon in the stands, very similar stadium to what Olsen Field was, you know, back in the day, and so our guys were comfortable, and I felt like we competed for 27 innings as hard as we could compete.
And Alabama comes in this weekend. And with them, we're at the midway pole of SEC play, and I think when you go through the last half of it, there will be postseason talk with a lot of teams, Alabama being one of them. It's kind of easy to say that you'll get the Crimson Tide's best shot at Olsen Field at Bluebell Park this weekend.
Well, we will, and the one thing that they're going to bring to the field every day is great pitching. I mean, they've got a solid rotation, an outstanding bullpen, and we're going to have to go match them on the mound. Our opportunity is going to be limited from an offensive standpoint, and, you know, for us on the mound, we're going to have to make Alabama earn everything that they get. I say that every week, but, you know, Alabama's not going to overwhelm you offensively, but if you set up some innings for them, they've got a chance to score some runs, and, you know, they're going to make it stand up with their pitching. They're very, very good on the mound.
All right, we certainly appreciate your time. Congratulations on a good weekend. Good luck against the Crimson Tide.
Thanks, Will.
Coach Childress right here on the beat, Texas A&M and Alabama, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from Olsen Field at Bluebell Park.